Hello, Christ community. This is Pastor Autry, and I just wanted to share with you in this video what is called the comeback. In this video, I want to share with you the church's plans for returning to the facility for worship services. I hope things are going very well for you. We've done quite a bit of extensive work on this. I want to speak to it, kind of share some plans. I know there's a lot of questions as to whether or not churches ought to reopen, if they should come back, a lot of debate. We want to do this in an efficient way, a safe way, but we surely want to do it in a God-ordained way. I do need to say at the onset that though we don't have a date for when we want to reopen, we do have a plan, which we're going to share in this video. Again, we don't have a date, but we do have a plan, and there's a reason for that. We have a wonderful task team that has done quite a bit of research and a lot of the legwork on this COVID-19 reality. What does sheltered in place look like? What does the reopening look like? What are the requirements? What are the measurements and all the stuff that goes with it? And based on their recommendations, they're saying it's probably a little bit premature for the church to open at this time. We want to open in a safe way, and we want to open in a way that honors God. The leadership is in agreement with that as well. And so at this time, we really felt it'd be a little bit premature to set a date, but we do want to share the plans with you. And you'll be able to download these plans from your church app with much of the social media and our social media pages, Facebook Live, those places where we've been sharing the emails that you get from the communication that we send. You'll be able to access this presentation. So just want to give you that heads up. Before I do that, I do want to kind of give a shout out celebration to the task team that has given leadership to this effort, led by our own Nakia Swinton, who has done an outstanding job of leading and helping work with others collaboratively to put this plan in place together. And also on her team, just a tremendous list of gifted individuals: Latifah Ayers, Jada Jackson, Draylon Porter, Tim Rogers, Kim and Joe Williams, and Kenya Woodruff. To all of you, thank you so much, Christ community. Let's make sure we give a great shout out for these wonderful individuals who gave or lend their expertise and their gifts as to making sure we do this in a spirit-led way, but we also do it in a very safe and efficient way. And so I want to kind of just share a little bit about the plan. Again, it's called the comeback. We're going to do it in 4 phases. And so just think of it in 4 phases. In a sense, we are really in phase 1 here. Right now, we're doing the online services on Sunday. We're doing the online Christian education on Wednesdays with Bible studies. And of course, there are other ways you can connect virtually, whether through the ministries, through Zoom or what have you. And hopefully you've been able to experience that and have a wonderful ministry experience. In July, we will also do the summer reset classes via Zoom. So we will continue with that online ministry. For the most part, that's where we are now. That's kind of where a large portion of the ministry is. The one addition that we will have is that the staff will return to the church on July 14th. And so we will try to get back to our regular routine, being on site. We are asking for no drop-in visitors as we want to honor all the social distancing measures. And if you need to come by, you will have to make an appointment. More information will be forthcoming on that. We will comply with all the sanitizing specs that the state and local officials have sent out as to what we should be doing. We're going to make sure it's safe for you, as safe as possible, I should say, for you. And we're going to do at least the work on our end. Also, too, there are some health precautions that we surely want you to recognize. For those of you over 65, and if you've been sick or if your immune system is a little bit compromised or you've been exposed to someone at COVID-19, my men of wisdom, my women of wisdom, look, we love you. We surely can't make it without you, but we want you to be safe, and we're asking you to stay home. You can still catch the services online, and we surely want to minister to you. If your temperature is over 100, we will have those temperature readings that we'll be taking when you come to the church. We're going to ask you, if you do come and your temperature is over 100 and we do a temperature reading, we're going to ask you, hey, for the safety of the congregation, please return to home, get that checked out, go ahead and get tested. And a mask will be mandatory. So that's kind of where we are. We're in phase 1. Again, we don't have a date, but we are doing ministry virtually. And again, the one exception is the staff return. There is a phase 2 Phase two is when we would return for the worship services. We will continue with the online services, but then we will move to one service on site, one worship service, one service only. That'll be the only ministry in phase two. And so we will have a worship service in phase two. Facility will be open at 25% capacity, about 60 people. There'll be no children or youth ministries, no other ministries. We'll just do the one service. It will require more reservations to attend. More information will be forthcoming on that when we do move to a date. And then we will require an online survey just to see where you are health-wise, because we want to make sure that everyone is safe. We will practice the following social distancing measures as outlined here, the sanitizing measures, and we will keep in place those health precautions as well. And so that's pretty much what it will be like at phase two. Phase three is in some respects similar to phase two, but it's based on the idea that the infections are continuing to go down. The country's getting safer, the state is getting safer, the city is getting safer. And so if those elements are taking place, and from the advice of our task team, we will move from phase two to phase three. And the basic difference will be that in phase two, we will open at 25% capacity. In phase three, we will open at 50% capacity, and some ministries will resume. We will still be practicing many of the social distancing measures. We'll still be sanitizing the church, and many of the measures that were in place in phase two will remain in place, but we'll just open up just a little bit more. And then the last phase, phase four, that will be a full opening, and that's the assumption that COVID-19 is pretty much on the super decline. Defeat is imminent, and we will open the facility completely, resume ministries. It'll be safe, and hopefully that's what it will be. We will not do that unless we know for sure, or we have some measure of, I should say, assurance that it is going to be safe. And so that's pretty much where we are in terms of the plan. Wanted to share that with you. Again, you will be able to access that via email, church app, website, as well as the Facebook social media communication, if you want to look at that in detail. If you have questions, please email us. We want to answer those questions. We know this is a serious decision. Email us at life@ccrichardson.org. Raise your question. If you need to talk to us individually, we surely will reach back out to you. In lieu of that, we do want to have what we're calling a drive-by to say hi Saturday. This is a Saturday that we want to designate for the congregation where, hey, we can kind of come together and do a social distance kind of pre-gathering. It will take place on Saturday, July 11th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And this is a time where pastor and pastor's wife, we all want to see you, the leadership, and then you get to see other members and that sort. We are going to ask you to remain in your car, but if you do come, not only will we get a chance to greet one another and share a little bit at a distance, of course, but we've got a special gift for you. We want to share something with you just to let you know that we miss you. We're still Christ community. We are rolling through COVID-19, whatever kind of COVID, because God is on our side. And so we want to connect. I haven't seen y'all in 4 months. I surely miss y'all. And I know you feel the same. The feeling is mutual. And so we want to be able to do that. Just share a little bit and quick drive-by, put something, give you something, let you know your church loves you. So again, mark your calendar. Don't forget that. That's drive-by to say hi Saturday, July 11th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. There will be communication on social media about that. Also, too, just stay connected, stay in the know. Those are our platforms in which you can connect with us, Breeze, the Gig, the Church app, and all of our Facebook media venues. Connect with us. And again, if you have questions, hey, hit us up, hit an email to us, and we surely would love to connect with you. And so that's our plan. Take a look at it. If you have questions, hit us. We surely want to be available to you. Finally, just 2 things I want to share with you as we close this out. Number 1, let's pray together. Let's pray. I need you to pray. The leadership has been praying. We're praying for you. I believe you're praying for us and know you're doing that. And we want to make sure we do this with the right wisdom. We want to do this with the right speed, and we want to do this in the right spirit. And so let's pray together. I've heard, and I'm sure you've heard of churches that have opened and they had to shut down, and now they're trying to reopen. And the last thing we want is for someone to get infected. We know there's a risk to everything, but as people of God, we're going to walk by faith and not by sight. And so we're not afraid, but it doesn't mean we can't have common sense. And so please be in prayer for us. And then number two, secondly, would you please stay safe? It's still a little dangerous out there. Mask up. I know you're zoomed out. I know you're tired of the mask, but mask up when you go out. Please wear a mask. Please practice social distancing. This thing is very, very dangerous. Let's not take this for granted. Let's not kind of get lax with all the precautionary measures that we are taking. I believe it's working, and I think it'll keep you safe. So be safe. Just let's make sure we do what we need to do. God bless you. Man, know that I miss you guys. 4 months has been way too long to be separated from you. Can't wait to see you. I know God is doing a great work in your life. I'm so proud of you. Greatest congregation, boy, just to be able to be a part of it. I'm just honored. I love you. We miss you. And we'll be talking to you very, very soon.